Vanessa Selbst is holding pocket fours. Pre-flop, this is short stack versus big stack brinkmanship at its finest. Vanessa opens to 17,000, a perfectly standard raise from early position at this stage. Small pairs love to see flops, and they do not mind getting called, but they really dislike facing big 3-bets from aggressive players behind. McPhee on the button does exactly that, bumping it to 37,000 with ace-9, a classic light 3-bet candidate. He has position, blockers to the big pairs, and enough equity to continue if called. So far, it is a routine late-stage tournament hand, the kind you see dozens of times, slightly loose open, ambitious 3-bet, everyone testing each other's resolve. The hand turns serious when Vanessa answers with a 4-bet to 79,000. With fours, she is almost never doing this purely for value.
How much do you have left?
Folding every time here makes his 3 bets too transparent, so he reaches for the next gear and clicks it back to 131,000. That small 5-bet is a statement. He is saying that Vanessa either gives up now or risks her entire stack. Vanessa's response is immediate and decisive,
I'm all in.
turning pocket fours into a pure test of courage.
Still probably have the best hand.
Strategically, this shove leverages everything in her favor, the pay jump pressure, and McPhee's capped 5-bet sizing. With this jam, she represents exactly the hands that crush ace-9.
Such a sick spot. It's almost enough out there for me to just call it off. And I think I dominate some of your range sometimes. And then crushed, if it's just a value, I think I have to do it. Title defense, 2 years later, I call.
OMG, he calls!
You have ace-jack?
No,
I have a pair.
I have ace-9.
Correct reaction. You're complicit in this too, Selbsty.
What just happened?
Huh? Think that's a snap?
Snap fold, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
The flop has an ace on it! Sick race.
Nice time.
And another ace for good measure.
Worst play I've ever seen. What? He goes after me every time. I have no idea why. He's a friend of mine. You put that on TV. It's the worst play ever. I don't know why friends going after me, but he does it every single turn.
Daniel Negreanu kicks things off with Queen-Jack offsuit. He is raised to $2,800, but is up against Tony G with Ace-King offsuit.
Action folds over to Tony G, who makes the call.
Two strong hands going into the flop.
Queen 6 Jack.
King of the world.
Check by Tony G.
Tony G's missed. Daniel's gonna fire with top 2.
Bets 5,500.
Tony G knows Negreanu would bet this flop even if he had nothing, but he decides not to go for a semi-bluff raise, and instead, he floats, letting Daniel tell his tale while he quietly waits for something on the turn.
Tony has 2 overcards, even though they're no good. He's really only looking for a 10 to make a gut shot.
There it is.
Tony G tries to keep a poker face as he just hit his straight. He knows Daniel Negreanu is the best of all time at reading people. This is a critical moment to let Daniel continue building the pot. He checks, letting Daniel think 2-pair is the best hand here. Tony is in total control right now, patiently waiting for the right time to make his next raise get called.
Daniel bets 14 grand. A raise to 50,000 by Tony G.
A quick raise of 50,000. Tony's the kind of player that could be doing this with a worse 2-pair. He could be doing it with a draw. He could be doing it with flat out nothing, but a raise that big, that fast, usually means only one of 2 things: a monster hand or a monster bluff.
Daniel makes the call.
Tony using his hand to keep his mouth closed because it's probably watering right now.
The river gives Daniel a full house.
These two have been playing against each other at the highest level for 3 decades.
Tony checks.
Negreanu knows Tony has a straight, as you will see in his prediction at the end. He's not worried about being beaten here. He's just doing the math now. What's the number Tony G can't resist calling here?
Bet 80.
Negreanu makes it 80,000 to go. Snap call from Tony.
Negreanu shows him the bad news, hands him the keys of the city.
You had ace king.
Yeah, well done, Daniel. Well done.
Played it good.
Nice dealer.
Sorry, Tony, you played it good.
Negreanu is holding pocket 5s and he's raising to 95,000. He's up against the legends Tom Dwan with pocket 9s and Phil Ivey with pocket 10s.
Over to Tom Dwan.
That's not a hand Dwan would fold, not against Daniel, and definitely not in a $250,000 buy-in. Tom looks like he's thinking, I'm pretty sure he shouldn't flatten trap, but rather crank up the pressure early.
Dwan has just made a call with pocket nines. Perhaps at another time he might have raised. Oh, check this out. Phil Ivey's picked up pocket tens.
Yeah, I'm
and
pretty
he's
surprised.
Just called.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised by the flat call from Phil. It's usually a spot where you'd like to squeeze, especially the fact that he's on the button. It's going to look pretty fishy and quite possibly have someone play back at him.
Ike Haxton folds.
The flop comes 3 queen 6, 2 spades. Negreanu opened with pocket fives, whiffed the flop completely, and now he's first to act on this board, with Dwan and Ivey behind him, who are not exactly known for playing nice when they smell weakness.
Misses all of them. A check from Daniel. This will be interesting.
I don't think any of the three of them are going to be too thrilled with that flop, to be honest. Queen's certainly in the calling range of Tom and Phil. Hands like King Queen, Ace Queen. I expect Phil will just check this back as well.
Phil does. We'll see a turn.
The turn is the 4 of clubs, and things are starting to line up for some sneaky draws. No one took a stab on the flop, which means this pot's still up for grabs, and Negreanu knows it.
And given the fact that he was a pre-flop aggressor, both players have checked back the flop.
He does take a stab.
Dwan isn't just thinking about his cards. He's scanning Daniel and Phil like he's picking up frequencies. These guys are playing poker on a different level. Every glance, every pause, every chip toss. There's a language here only the elite understand, and Dwan is fluent.
I think Tom is more than happy to peel one here with nines. He's got to assume that Daniel's going to bet a queen on the flop there.
Now, he's got his eye on both Daniel and Phil, looking at across the table to both players, and he smooth calls here. So round to Phil Ivey, and this is a tough spot.
Even though he does have the best hand, it's probably correct to fold.
Yeah, well, Phil Ivey kind of stuck there. Tom Dwan now eyes only on Daniel Negreanu, and the river's a 2 of hearts.
And Daniel gets there.
Oh, Daniel checking. He's going to try and trap him. And look at this, it might work. Dwan reaching for chips.
I check.
Oh, wow, Tom Dwan checks. Daniel not happy.
I don't bet my friends, you know? I don't bet my friends.
Wow, Dwan's really relieved.
Doug Polk kicks things off with 7-5 suited. His stack is huge compared to most people on the table, so he can freely fish for a straight or a flush here.
6 raises to 7.
Whoa.
Jungleman, though, is not looking to play around with small raises. He has pocket queens and is determined to make anyone that is looking to play pay the high price of $7,000. Now that everyone but Doug Polk has folded and it is his turn to act, what do you think his next move will be?
How much we got here, Jungle?
After sizing up Jungleman's stack for a while, Doug Polk decides that his potential straight flush with the 7-5 is worthy enough and fires a call that will send us straight to a crazy flop.
Ooh, fun board.
If it's a split pod,
Double gut shot for Doug.
You move your hand's in the way.
The rainbow flop discourages Doug Polk a bit. He opens with a check, which sends Jungleman into bet mode, and he shoots a $5,000 bet. To which, after some pretend sizing up, Doug decides to call once again. Despite the turn improving his straight flush draw, Doug Polk decides to wait it out and checks. To which, as if by a clockwork, Jungleman and his pair of queens go on the offensive. He fires almost a pot bet worth $21,500. Now everything is on Doug Polk and his belief in at least hitting the straight. I might sound a bit like a fish, but I am definitely folding it right here. What about you?
Do it, Doug.
Do it.
I think he will. This is my guess. Fold equity available, double gutter plus flush draw, 7 high out of position.
All in.
Yeah.
much?
It's your stack.
All of them. Is that my time?
Pretty much a snap call here.
How much? It's your stack.
Do you want to do more?
More than
Do it
twice?
one time, man. The viewers at home want to see it one time.
You guys just have to agree to it.
It's probably going to be a
Twice
split.
is good. Okay.
2 times. $185,000 in the middle.
All right, do it twice.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
shit.
Dougie.
That
That
was
is
a
a
straight
straight
flush.
flush.
It's good to win the first one.
Tony G is looking down at ace-jack offsuit. Pre-flop begins with a strategic collision between the brash, high-pressure style of Tony G and the calculated, clinical approach of Scott Seaver.
Too easy.
The flop falls a total monochrome nightmare. Tony G holds 40% equity and decides to maintain his aggressive narrative. He leads out for 3,000. Seaver, realizing that the board is dangerously wet and that he needs to protect his hand against the infinite draws, executes a powerful raise to 11,000. He is telling Tony that the small ball era of the hand is over. This is the strategic pivot point where the hand enters the stratosphere.
I'm all in.
Scott's all in. Tony calls.
Run it once again, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has two pair. He has the straight. The straight for sure. Tony, you have a straight.
No.
You have a straight.
This is, again, a too many outs syndrome. I wish he just had ace-jack no club, but then I'd be in trouble. Ace-jack with the club, though? Too many outs.
Scott and his friends contend that too many outs can actually hurt you. Kind of like how when you have kings, there's a 90% chance an ace will hit.
Jack on the turn.
Okay, now it could be an ace, jack, 10.
Like I said, this is way too many outs syndrome. Way too many outs.
This would be sick if you don't hit this. I'll be really annoyed, too.
The river, a brick.
Unreal.
Well done.
You never win any hand.
No.
Crazy.
That's it. Sorry, Tony.
Well done, Todd. You come to my game and you're wasting my time.
Tony G trash-talked this guy for wasting time. So much that he ended up folding aces. But how did we get to this point? Let's watch a short clip.
We're not having no internet kids coming here and being tight ass. All right? And you're going to play every hand.
Get that across right away.
I got it across and that was right. You're going to play every hand here. You don't come here and play tight, okay? Come on internet you play like in 1 second. And when you come here now, you come to my game and you're wasting my time.
Amanda, bring a tricycle.
These kids are coming here, taking me on.
Tony, calm down, please.
All of this fighting that we just saw culminates in the hand we are taking a look at today. Our hero is holding ace-jack offsuit and has already raised to $2,500. Let's see where his aggression will take him and us.
6 trays suited, good enough to call for Daniel. Queen Jack for Alan Barry, who folds.
It's a little tight, but he is dominated.
And Reynolds folds.
Also tight, both guys were out of position to the razor.
I'm very unhappy right now.
The flop comes deuce ace king with a flush draw for Negreanu and top pair for our hero. With everybody but Negreanu folding, our hero is in prime position with his pair of aces to take over the pot. He fires a small bet of $4,000, which Negreanu casually calls. I would bet more aggressively and try to defend the top pair from the flush draw.
The turn, the 10 of diamonds, Roble picks up a straight draw.
Daniel misses.
This 10 on the turn is a tricky one. On one hand, it denies the flush draw, but on the other opens up the straight draw. Negreanu bets a bit over half the pot and is bluffing really hard and praying the river delivers him a flush. Let's hope our hero sees through his bluff and at least call. And call he does. With the top pair and a gut shot straight draw, it will be crazy to fold the hand. The river delivers another 10, which completely wrecks both of our guys' hopes. The only question is who will bluff trip 10s first.
Daniel's got air, but if he wants to win this pot, he's going to have to use that air to blow Andrew off his hand.
After a short consideration, Negreanu fires a bet of $18,000, which sits at a bit over half the pot. And that bet will trigger a huge blow-up from Tony G, who is not even in the hand. Negreanu's bet is big from the perspective of our hero, so he takes his sweet time to consider his next action, which is usually completely reasonable on a cash game table, but not when Tony G is in the picture.
I'm going to walk out. If these guys are going to come here, waste my time, I'm going to walk out of the game. It's a joke. F***ing hell, he's thinking 20 minutes every f***ing hand he's playing. F***ing nit.
Here comes floorman Tom Keene, who's received more airtime than Hoyt Corkins, who went broken 8 hands in the big game.
All right, Andrew, we're going to go through the same thing.
You play online, it's like quick. 2 seconds, bang, bang, they're pressing buttons. They come here, they freeze up.
With the countdown already ticking, all the pressure in the world was on our hero and his pair of aces. Let me know in the comments what is the best hand that you regret folding.
He folds.
What?
Selbst, sitting in the big blind, looks down at a pair of jacks. A strong but tricky hand in this scenario. Facing a raise and a 3-bet, she opts to flat call rather than 4-bet. While a 4-bet would help narrow the field and define her opponent's ranges, it could also bloat the pot and force her into tough post-flop spots if she's up against a hand like queens, kings, or aces. Her flat call allows her to control the pot size while disguising her hand strength, keeping her range wide enough to include potential traps. The flop lands Queen 2 Jack, and Selbst couldn't have asked for better. Her pair of jacks connects perfectly, giving her middle set, and a commanding lead in the hand. Chen, holding ace-queen suited, flops top pair with backdoor flush and straight draws, making his hand strong but significantly vulnerable to Selbst's concealed strength. Selbst leads out with 80,000 bet, a sizing that achieves multiple goals. It builds the pot while extracting value from weaker hands like top pair or speculative holdings with equity. Importantly, her bet disguises her hand's full strength. Opponents may interpret it as a standard value bet, or even a semi-bluff. Chen, with top pair and additional equity from his backdoor draws, decides to call. From his perspective, Selbst's range from the big blind could include hands like king-queen, queen-jack, or even bluffs, making a fold too conservative. The turn changes the dynamics of the hand with the 8 of diamonds, creating a more draw-heavy board. Selbst still holds the lead with her set of jacks, but the new card introduces a flush draw and enhances the straight possibilities. She increases the pressure with a bet of 150,000. This bet is designed to charge draws like the nut flush and extract further value from hands like Chen's top pair. While the sizing is solid, Selbst may have missed an opportunity to go larger, putting Chen to an even tougher decision. Chen's ace-queen suited improves with the nut flush draw, making his hand significantly stronger in terms of potential equity. He calls the 150,000, which is the correct decision based on the pot odds and his outs to the nut flush. By calling, Chen keeps the pot manageable while preserving his chance to improve on the river. The river delivers the 7, completing Chen's nut flush with ace-queen suited and spelling disaster for Selbst. Unaware of Chen's exact holding but recognizing her set is still vulnerable, Selbst decides to shove all in. However, this move is a misstep. The shove assumes Chen might fold marginal holdings, but his turn call strongly represents a flush, especially the nut flush. A smaller bet, or even a cautious check, could have limited Selbst's losses given the dangerous board texture. Chen barely needs to think. With the nuts, his call is automatic. There's no possible hand on this board that can beat him. He confidently flips over his cards, claiming the massive pot, and leaving Selbst regretting her river shove.